Hi everyone, it's Honest Hughie here. Hopefully everyone's doing okay. And I'm going to do top 5 games that I've played recently. I'm not going to do any parts to this, I'm just going to do one like off the bat. So I've played quite a lot, but then I haven't at the same time because my number 1 spot took quite a while to do. So, and in case you're wondering, I'm quite far from the camera, I might be a bit off angle. It's because I've got loads of rubbish in front of me. By rubbish, I mean I've got bags of clothes that I need to get rid of, and I can't bother moving them. As you can see behind me, I've got more clothes. I've had a little dig out in my room, and I'm going to get rid of a load of stuff, basically, so I can get a chair and a computer set up, because I've got my bad boy here. But I need to get it set up and plugged in, and yeah, right now, I'm not showing you the rest of my room, put it that way. So, my den, my pit. So, let's jump into it. So, excuse the door being open behind me. Don't worry, there's no jump scares. So, my number 1 spot, 1 to 5. So, these are going to be worst to best. So, 3 of these I didn't complete. And, no, I lied then. 2 of these I haven't completed. And 3 of them I did. So, we'll start with the 2 I didn't complete, and we'll work our way up. So, coming in at number 5, okay, Oblivion Remastered, and it pains me to say that. Pains me because I grew up with Oblivion, and a lot of people did. And what an amazing game. Just like back in the day, it was just great. I loved it. I wasn't too bothered about the story as much. I thought the ending was a bit crap, but I liked going in the Oblivion itself and dealing with the Daedra, and I thought, you know, closing the portals, and it looked really nice back then. Speaking of the look, I buy the new one because it looks mint. Seen it online. The Khajiit look dead fluffy and cute. Rats even look cute in this. All looks great, and I think this looks good. And I see the intro, and you know, you play through the prison bit, and it looked great. So I thought, right, I'm going to do it. I'm going to buy this. Buy it, download it, do the prison bit. I'm having a hell of a great time. But I noticed something, and these have something Bethesda in line with Capcom that they can't do. Hair. They cannot do hair right. Capcom's got the same issue. Hair just looks so bad. It looks terrible. So obviously the Khajiit, like, they look nice, but the hair doesn't look good. The eyelashes on what's his? I forgot the guy's name of the Emperor's. You know, the last sword Brotherhood, whatever you call them. His eyes, his eyelashes are so bad. Like, they're glitching. The face is so laggy when they're talking, and I've realised they just literally coated it. Now, yes, it's a remaster. It's not a remake. Yeah, a remaster, not a remake. Granted, I get that there's going to be a lot of stuff to it where it's just a lick of paint, but performance-wise, it needs a hell of a lot more than just a lick of paint, because you can't just bung all this high-resolution stuff on it at the frame rate. So putting aside all that, I was still playing through it. It kept crashing. I actually can't do it. It crashes, it lags, it glitches me out. I know I'm going to get halfway through it and it's going to crash and restart. And I didn't know this, and I paid 50 quid for this, thinking it was just going to be a lick of paint on it, and they were going to fix these bugs. I had a tweet saying they were going to fix all the bugs, and they didn't do any of it. So that's number 5, and it's lucky it's even on this list to start with. So, number 5's on the list for a warning. Don't buy it, because it's not playable. It's not playable. So, scrap that. Shame. Maybe go back to Skyrim. Skyrim's just top tier, and gameplay's just there. So, coming in at number 4 is, I've gone blank, one moment. Yes, how can I forget? Crash Bandicoot, it's about time. So, tried this a few years ago when it came out, and couldn't get into it, couldn't do it, couldn't really get away with it. Didn't like the fact it was more cinematics and story, and I just didn't like the fact of how hard it was. Now, jump 5 years later, figured to myself, I'm going to give it a go. I'm going to, because I played the old one, I love the old one. That's hard, but I love it. It's just good. It knows what it is. This doesn't know what it is. First things first, I'm going to get straight out the way. It's too hard, for one thing. It's not fun. It's more torture. Every single level gets harder and harder and harder. Whereas the old school ones were quite hard, but they were still fun. There was still fun platforming. You still had a good time playing it. You did a level, you were like, I would do that level again. There's a few you wouldn't, like the bridge one. There's a few, you know, that you just like, oh, I wouldn't. But you don't want to progress the story. As a rule, we're fine. And, you know, there was a few tricky ones. The life things have a number of lives. That's one thing I will give credit for the new one. You can just have one where you don't have a number of lives. You can just respawn in. That's perfect. Although there's a thing where you can't die 3 times to get a trophy each level. Not a trophy, but like a little reward, so to speak. But yeah, it's starts fine. Starts old school. Ironically, it's the first mission you play in the old school Crash Bandicoot just redone. So it's mint, right? And then we go into the sliding bit. And then we delve into the... Everything has to have this now, doesn't it? Multiverse. Now, it can be great if it's done right, everything all at once. And a few other things I could shout out. Ironically, Titans did it right. Of all the things, Titans did it right. So, getting into the game, it is not just hard for the sake of being hard and all that. That puts me off it anyway. What really puts me off it is swapping between characters. I can't stand it. I didn't like playing as her. I don't know what the hell they've done with her. Right? I know she's from a different universe, a different multiverse, but what the heck's gone on with her? Isn't she supposed to be with Crash Bandicoot? And I can roll, like, because he saved her at the first one. I mean, how she looked in the first... Where's the original one, then? Like, I don't care about this multiverse one. We haven't had any of the original one. Is she dead? Is she a rug? And the main sin this game does is tries to make villains good. What the hell? Cortex is a flat-out villain throughout the whole game. He wants nothing but to kill Crash Bandicoot, right? As dark as that sounds for a light-hearted, we say a light-hearted game, he wants him dead. Every level that Crash Bandicoot dies on, bites dust on, he's laughing in the background. He wants him dead. He doesn't care about a bigger villain. He doesn't care. He wants him dead. And the same with the mask, that he's not even in it, the Ugo guy. The masks, we just put them aside for now. You play as him. And do you know why you play as him? Because he turns good. Or anti-hero. Anti-villain even. Nah. Not after you've just tried to kill me as well, again. And it's just like, come on. And then they say you only defeated him 4 times as well, so they're putting aside them other games that came out, and it's just bad taste, put it that way, and it doesn't work. On top of the hard gameplay, I already low-key clocked out of anyway, and I low-key clocked out when you played as a crocodile guy. He was just good as a villain. Arguably still a villain. But nah, it's just not the same. It's just trash. It was like Abe's Odyssey I played. It was just not that anymore. And things can change, but these change to like boring cinematics as well. Like the cinematics are just on for too long. And it's just like before you know it, it's been 5 minutes, and you're just like, what's going on? Like what am I looking at here? Like why are you showing me like him running into walls and stuff when I want to do it at myself? Anyway, scrap Crash Bandicoot. That goes number 4. So I didn't finish it. I came off at the Cortex level because I couldn't do it either. Again, it was just hard for being hard. It wasn't even hard. It was just horrible. It was minging. So bye Crash Bandicoot. And to 3 games that I actually have finished. And I would say I'm going to actually do my number 3 spot isn't really bad. It's just a game I really liked. But I can't decide between the two, so I'm going to do a double one for number 3. And it's coming in at number 3. Robo Cop and Terminator. Robo Cop Rogue City and Terminator Resistance. Both games are great. Both games, brilliant. Gameplay could do with some work, but I liked it. I liked the lore. I liked the stories. Only downside with the games, I'll skim over them quick. Only downside is the endings are trash, really. Because it does it's a choice game, both of them. And for some reason, instead of just having your choices play out at the end, you know, you get an ending to a game. It sort of does like a comic book ending, and sort of just shows you, yes, it shows you, it's a bit like Dying Light 2 ending, you know, and it just sort of tells you, it doesn't really show you, and I don't really like that. It takes you out the immersion of your choices you've made. I'd rather it just end with a final choice, which it kind of does, but then it goes into other stuff, which just wasn't very good. And it does the sin of a new segment, your story. I can't stand that. Unless it's done right, I don't like it when they do new segments. This is what's happened now, and then if you did a different choice, oh, this is who's running the city now, this will be the future, blah, blah, blah. Spoon feed me more. No. We'll know all of that as we get to it. So, they're coming in at number 3 just because of the gripe of that. They're still great games. I would recommend them if you like your choice games. For indie games, they're great. Studio's doing another game. Robo Cop's really good, especially for like nods to Robo Cop old school games. And obviously, I'm a sucker for that movie anyway. The same with Terminator. Terminator was great. Dogs are really cute. It's another major thing to do as well. The base gets attacked and there's 2 cute Alsatians. Unfortunately, they bite the dust. You don't see it, but you see the bodies. And yeah, obviously it looks goofy because the graphics are how they are. But yeah, poor things. So, coming in at number 2. Now, this was going to be number 3, but I thought, you know what, I'm going to do Terminator and RoboCop at number 3 because they are good. But again, the ending. Now, number 2 would have been lower on the list, but I didn't complete the other 2 games. And RoboCop and Terminator does have flaws. Now, this one has major flaws, don't get me wrong. Ghostwire Tokyo. I did it. I actually completed it. And that sounds like you know, it took me ages to complete. 6 chapters to this game. It's half-baked because the developer left, someone else took it over, and the reason why it's there, the gameplay is really cool. The gameplay is mint. I love the gameplay. I think the story's actually pretty good, except the ending's a bit mid, but it starts off okay, but the gameplay and the look of it is mint. And I like I like KK, I like the dynamic between them two. That's it. The flaws, collectibles. It does not need collectibles. There is too many collectibles, and it's clearly padding. Side quests too. Padding. You can see this guy's like, I can't justify anyone paying 50 quid for this game, so I'll pad it out with stuff and drag stuff out. Whereas, like, it's just half-baked, which is a shame because it would be so much better if, like, they put a lot more effort into it. Just in general, I know it's already done and that went on, but it's just, if you put more effort into it, a lot more effort in the boss fights as well, and the enemies, it would be a great game. It would be mint. It would be very unique and very good. But again, it's rinse and repeat. The reason why it's number 2 is because I did have a good time playing it. I did enjoy it. I just didn't like the story and the collectibles. I thought if it wasn't for the fact of, and the raid looked crap because it was writing, wasn't it? So there was cool stuff to it, which is why it's number 2. I did like it, but I paid for this one. So I bought it and then it came free on the PlayStation Plus store, didn't it? So I bought the game and then it came free. So more fool me for that. That's mainly why I don't like Oblivion, because I paid 50 for it and it's nah. Even if I paid 20, I can't play it. It crashes. This at least I've managed to play start to finish. No issues performance wise, no issues crashing wise. But again, the game's not long enough for it to crash. It's very tedious too. But there's a real thing. It's number 2. Doggies. You get to pet every single dog. It's granted it's the same dog, but it's like you get to pet it, you get to read the minds and the thank you because you give them treats and they give you treasure, money obviously, and yeah, it's quite cute. So my number 1 spot, and it's the reason why I haven't played many games as a whole because it took me ages to do, as every single other game did. Borderlands 4. Borderlands 4 is my number 1. Now, story, 10 out of 10. Unreal. I think it has absolutely made up for the abomination we got as the 3rd one. 3rd Borderlands was just the twins. That's enough said, innit? Like, that's all I'm going to say. The twins. Oh, God. Tyrese! Oh, my God. Can't stand Borderlands 3. It absolutely took a crap on Maya as well. Poor Maya. They're still sticking to that, too. They need to bring her back. But they've low-key opened, like, not a spoiler on the ending or anything for anyone, but they've low-key opened a chance of her coming back anyway because of a certain... They've low-key gone multiverse, low-key. But it's more time, so it's more time travel-y, I think. I don't know, but the ending was mint. A lot of fan theories were correct about Lilith, and I think the Timekeeper was a mint villain. Absolutely unreal villain. Granted, no one will ever beat Handsome Jack. I'm just flat out going to say that. But he was close. He was really close. Much better than her in the first one. And we don't even need to mention the 3rd. My God, wipes his ass with the 3rd one. That's what I'll say. And the gameplay is mint. My only gripe, it's repetitive, but it's going to be. It's Borderlands. My only gripe with it, again, delves into the same bit that Ghostwire has. Too many collectibles. It feels like padding. And it is padding. Because this is like a sort of, they've had to get it out to get the sales back up. Because the third one did do good, but it didn't do good. Like, it's weird how it went. Like, a lot of people did what I did, bought it, like, brand new. Because, like, oh, Borderlands 3 finally. And the reviews it got, and it actually listened. There's only one problem with Borderlands as a franchise and why the movie failed and why we're getting sort of, half-baked, we could say, ones. Andy Pitchford is the only problem with Borderlands as a whole. He is just a plague that needs, like, exterminating him. I can't stand him. A lot of people agree. Look, him, animal abusing scumbag. Anyway, he can't even do magic right. Them bloody card tricks he does. But yeah, I can't stand it. Can't stand him. Can't stand anyone who hurts animals anywhere. So, but apart from that, Borderlands is mint, and I do love it. Claptrap's good in this. There's not too much claptrap in this, except the exercise bits. The exercise, the little challenges you do. The characters, now I will say the Vault Hunters, for me, a lot of people might argue with this, might say, they're great to this. I thought they were very weak. I thought the third ones, people arguably say they're the weakest. I actually think this fourth ones are the weakest ones I've had yet. I struggled to pick one and stick with it to start with, mainly because I didn't like the voice lines. I didn't like the siren in this. I always play as a siren. I don't like the siren in this. I don't know why she has obviously the pet's really cute and all that, but siren's all about environmental damage and sort of controlling the environment. This just felt like Flak with Zane mixed together, which isn't really what I would class as a siren. Like, Lilith could go invisible in the other one, and then she's obviously Firehawk. We have Maya with Maya even with the hand, and then we have I forgot her name. It's gone blank, but with the fists. I'd rather just play as her again. Obviously there's one character in this game I can't not say who is absolutely amazing in it, and he's not too much and he's not too little. Zane it makes the game basically in this. Zane shines so bright in this game. So does Amira. That's a name. And them two really shine like mint in this. But Zane is just awesome in this. I'd love a standalone game with Zane. Like running the Vault Hunters. He is just such a likable character. Considering the third one I didn't really play as him. This kind of makes me want to go back and play as him. He's that likable in this. Like, he's not too much in your face annoying claptrap. He does do a lot of innuendos. Borderlands can't help but doing them jokes, but he's just so relatable and sort of not so much relatable, but he's just a good guy. You like him. He's cool, and his missus in it. We say missus. His love interest. She's unreal. All that. The bandit side will say. That side of the story was unreal, to be honest with you, and I want to know more about that. Like the Bandit Queen and stuff like that. Like the Ripper Queen, that's it. The Rippers were mint. Really good. Like I said, story to this game was unreal. Like, really good. The weakest one was the mountain one. I couldn't give a shit about the mountain people. I couldn't care less. I couldn't care at all about the mountain people. The only reason I think it forces you to care is because obviously it links to Lilith a little bit. Like rescuing Lilith. But even that could have done... Well, you don't even need them for that because you've got the Ripper lift anyway. So yeah, that's the weak part of the game is the mountain part. It's crap. I wipe my ass with it. That's how bad it is. So, but when it comes to the other two, unreal. Rush is good too. He's a mint guy. Feel like he could carry the team literally with them abs. And I even like the little tech lady. I wish we had Tannis in this, but we don't. And yeah, Moxie's good in it too. It's just a shame that it's not as long. Like, it doesn't need to be long, because that was my other gripe with the third one. It was too long as well for what it was. This is actually quite right for the story, but it's like it does feel padded a bit with collectibles and side quests and stuff like that. Like, I did it all. That's why it took so long. But if I just plod through the main story, I think you could have it done in 20 hours. It does force you to sort of level up to get to past certain bits. And there is an end game added now. No, people were complaining about that. We have end game now, where you can fight these other bosses and stuff, and it's great. It's fun all around. I wasn't bored, put it that way. I wasn't bored of Borderlands. God, that's it now. I'm done with the video. Right, so that was my top 5 games I played recently. Check them out, except Oblivion and Crash Bandicoot 4 can just go. They can burn in a pile somewhere. Phew.